Hey everybody, it's me Stacey here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and it's time for Saturday with Stacey, YouTube number 230. I'm doing so much better. Now, for those of you who watched the last YouTube, you knew I was sick, and thought I was getting better, and then I had a complete and total relapse, and then I was allergic. I had an IV antibiotic put in, and I was allergic to it. And I have this rash from head to toe, which is a whole nother YouTube, I am sure. But they've given me prednisone and a few other things, and I'm slowly starting to feel like myself again. 2018, okay, you started off with a bang. Now let's get to a nice trickle. I would settle for just a normal year. A normal year will make my heart happy. Unfortunately, because I was sick, and actually so many of my staff, I wasn't able to do the best of Simply Defined 2017. That has been rescheduled for, I think, January 30th, the last Saturday of this month. I will go back and I will do that YouTube and release all of the best ofs. And not just the best ofs, but everything that's left. Some dies we have 30 or 40 left, and some dies we have 4 left. So we've taken an inventory and we're going to release all that we have. Some of them will be very, very limited, and then some of them will be just limited. So look for that YouTube starting, I think, January 30th. Also, anniversary sale orders. I know many of you have received your anniversary sale orders. We're about halfway through shipping those. So the team that's working on that is going to finish that up. The team that has been pulling anniversary sale orders, because we have different teams that do different things. And so the team that has been working on anniversary sale orders has maybe 100 or two, maybe 150 more orders left to pull. And then they start the shop that did not hop. So I'm anticipating starting to pull orders for the shop that did not hop sometime next week. And then they'll start going in line for shipping. So yay! I'm very, very, very happy. And they're very excited. Everything is here. All the dies are here. They've been organized, they've been put away, they've been inventoried, and we are good to go. So the first day is the biggest day. It will take us a good month to get through that first day. And then it goes slower, the days get smaller and smaller and smaller. And so the orders are faster to fill. So hang tight. If you were a pay later, on that first day, we take them up in batches of either 100 or 200 upstairs. We don't give them 2,000 orders at once. We send them up in batches. So if you've already received your PayPal request, please go ahead and take care of that payment. And if not, be looking for your PayPal request sometime soon if you purchased on the first day. So that's your update on the shop that didn't hop in the anniversary sale. And then once the shop that did not hop goes through and we're done with all of that, then we start working on Black Friday, Black Saturday, and the Spellbinders warehouse sale. But we want to push through and get all of those shop that did not hop orders out to you. Now today I've got a beautiful YouTube for you. It is purely technique. You are going to want to have a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm not going to make anything. I'm just going to show you and hopefully make you feel even more confident in what you're doing. And I've got a worldwide exclusive that I am so honored to have from Couture Creations. We have their new stamp plates for their Go Press and Foil machine. We're the only place in the entire world where you can get them for a little while. We've kind of got them locked up for a bit. And then I have got product from Tonic Studios. Now, I saw this product from Tonic Studios a year ago. Yes, a year ago. It is not like, woohoo, brand new, just off the, just off the runway or whatever. It released a year ago. And I will say that I went, I was like, yeah, okay, I've seen it. Okay, so, and I had, and it's beautiful product. There was nothing wrong with it. It just didn't like spark something in me until I got the Couture Creations Go Press and Foil new stamp plates. And then my mind started thinking, I wonder if that stuff from Tonic Studios would work. And so I called Gary at Tonic a little while ago, probably 2 months ago, and I said, I'm thinking about putting that product in a YouTube. And he's like, you mean the product you kind of went poo-poo at? And I said, oh, I love you, Gary. Did you remember that? Forget that part of it. Let's talk about now. So like the smart man he is, who has been married for a very, very long time, he did not argue the point. And he said, you're right. What was then? That was then. This is now. Let's talk. So I said, can you send me a sample of all of it? And of course, he's so kind to me. He put a sample in the mail right away of everything. And I started to play. And it worked. And it worked beautifully. And I'm like, okay, see, there's a reason for everything. I didn't fall in love with the Tonic Studios product a year ago because it was waiting for the right time for me to fall in love with it. And now is the right time. So I've got that for you. I hope you're going to enjoy this YouTube. I am so glad to be feeling better. The rash, I guess I was allergic to the amoxicillin that they put through. They gave me a huge heavy dose via IV, and it took several days for the rash, like 9 days for the rash to come up. But holy smokes, artichokes. I am dotted and spotted everywhere, but slowly surely with the prednisone, it's starting to dissipate. So thank you everybody for your well wishes, your get well cards, your prayers. I had no idea what was going on, but I've been sick for almost going on 3 weeks, and I'm feeling better. And the SMS staff is slowly but surely getting better. We still have a few people out, but it's getting there. So 2018, you started off with a bang. Now let's just hit a nice happy stride, shall we? Okay, I've got winner chicken dinner to talk about. And that is from the last YouTube, which was 229, and I don't even know how many weeks ago it was. It feels like forever. It was the Simply Defined It's a Guy thing. You liked It's a Guy thing. Thank you. I was so worried, but you got it. You got it. You got that you could do so much with it. And oh my goodness, you loved my Fernie foil plate. Oh, I was so worried. I fret over these things. Are they gonna like it? Are they not gonna like it? Did I do the right thing? Did I not do the right thing? But I gotta do it from my heart. So my heart is not your heart, but maybe our hearts are. I was very happy. All right, so we have winner chicken dinner from It's a Guy Thing, the I Want It All bundle. Congratulations, I've got 2. Kayleen Gay. Kayleen Gay! Yay for you! Do your 2018 winner chicken dinner dance. We need to come up with a new winner chicken dinner dance for 2018. But you're not alone, Kayleen. You've got a friend in Diane Draggett. Gosh, I dragged. I see your name all the time, Diane. I still can't pronounce your last name. Diane Dragged. I'm going with that. Congratulations, Diane. How are you two going to claim your prizes? Oh, and don't forget to do your happy dance, Diane. Don't forget to do your happy dance. Oh, I like the snapping. I like that the snapping worked. How are you two gonna claim your prize? It's easy. Just go to scrapbookingmadesimple.com, look for the link that says winner chicken dinner, and follow the directions. We will confirm that you are actually our prize winner, and then we will get your prizes right out to you. Wahoo kachoo. How do you win a prize? It's easy. You have to subscribe. Click the subscribe button and then post a comment on this YouTube. Please just keep it nice. That's all I ask. I know it's a big ask sometimes, but if you could just keep your comments kind, you can talk about anything. You can tell me about your day. You can tell me about your pets. You can tell me about your kids, your grandkids, your spouse, your job. You can tell me you've had the worst day and you just need somebody to tell that to. That's okay too. You can just share who you are. Just be kind. It's not hard and it's free. Kindness is free. So post your comment, and then next week we pick 2 more winners. But you've got to subscribe to Scrapbooking Made Simple's YouTube channel. What else do I have for you? I think that's it to get us going. I am going to be working with the Go Press and Foil machine. So if you have not purchased one yet, I told you I would have it on a special, and I do have it on a special. And I'm excited to bring that to you as well. I told you last time, don't buy it because I know that this is a better deal than what we had 2 weeks ago. So I'm hoping that you didn't buy it and you waited for me. And because I'm just that type of person, I have to tell you, if I know something's going to be on sale, and people who shop in our retail store will attest to this, if I know there's something going to be on sale and they've got it in their hands, I walk up to them, why are you buying that? And they look at me like, because I like it. It's like, can you wait until Thursday? And they're like, why? Because it's going to be on sale. And they're like, really? And then they put it back and come in on Thursday. Wouldn't you rather get it on sale? And if I know that it's going to be on sale, I have to tell you, it's just not, it's not ethical if I know something is imminently going to be on sale and then I don't say anything. So I hope if you wanted to Go Press and Foil machine, you stay tuned because we do have a really great deal for you. Now, I've got the worldwide exclusive. I've got the Tonic Studios paper that I went, and now I'm going, and I think we are going to get started for today. Are you ready? Down we go for Saturday with Stacey, YouTube number 230. Wahoo Kachoo. Oh, put that right there. Okay, and then I have to zoom on in. I know we're not high tech here. I don't have some fancy entry in, you know, in I don't have overhead lighting or, oh, is that too much maybe? It may be a little too much. How about that? Okay, so how beautiful is that? Okay, first off, we're working with one of the brand new worldwide exclusives found only at Scrapbooking Made Simple, Couture Creations, Go Press and Foil stamp plates. And this one says, the best is yet to come. But the paper it's on is just dreamy. It is this matte finished cardstock by Tonic Studios, only it's under the brand Craft Perfect. And then look at this textured paper behind it. That's also part of their Craft Perfect paper line. And then we've bordered it, so I've got it in the purple. This is the free make and take going on downstairs right now. If you're watching this on the first Saturday that this releases. I think that's the 6th. I think tomorrow's the 6th. Beautiful, huh? But then, let me show it to you in the blue. Oh, is that not the most beautiful? Love, love, love. But wait. Let me show it to you in the red. Oh, I don't know which one I like better. And it's this beautiful matte texture. I love, love, love it. So this is what we're going to start with. We're going to start by playing with some of the paper from Tonic Studios, again, under their Craft Perfect line. I also have some of the Go Press and Foil. So this one says Adventures Are Forever, and that's the one we're going to be using, one of the ones we're going to be using today. And it's the plate for your Go Press and Foil machine. So we're going to start out slow and easy, but I am going to get you a little more difficult because then we're going to be playing with papers that look like this. How beautiful is that, right? Can you see those flowers on there? I don't even know if they're coming through or not, but oh my gosh. So we're going to get there, but not yet. Not yet. We have to start at the beginning. And the beginning is the best place to start, and it's with the Go Press and Foil machine. So, Go Press and Foil machine is by Couture Creations. It is a heating element that comes off and runs through almost any major die cutting machine that is able to take a steel rule die, one of the thicker dies. It needs to be able to have an opening that will take a thicker die. It is electronic, you plug it in. There is a little place where you have to push the button. The minute you plug it in, the little button will go red. It will not start blinking until you press that button. See, now I turned it off. See how? That's if I just plugged it in. Then I have to turn it on and it's gonna start blinking red and it's going to immediately start to heat up. How hot is it? Well, you can see I can put my hands on it. It's not gonna burn, but it is definitely warm. There's no question about it. If you do not have the time to take to spend an hour or two to play with this machine and just play with it with no expectations of perfection or anything usable, don't buy it. If you think that this is a machine where you can take it right out of the box, plug it in, get going, sell it through, and you're going to be perfectly fine, this is not the toy for you. However, if you are willing to take that hour or two with some yucky paper that you have and the foils, you get 2 rolls of foil that come with the machine, along with the tweezers and a silicone mat, and this time with the machine for $124.99, we're giving you 3 of the brand new dies. That is the worldwide release. So you're going to get not only the machine and everything that comes with the machine. You get the gold and the silver foil, which is 15 feet long. You get everything in it, but then you also get 3 brand new, not old, because they've never been released before, 3 of the brand new hot foil plates, the stamps, and that's all for $124.99. There is no free shipping on this machine. It is $7.95 to ship this machine, and we cannot ship it internationally. You need to be US based. Oh, and somebody asked a question on the winner chicken dinner. Do you have to be US based to be a winner chicken dinner? No, if we can ship it to you, you can post your comment. You do not have to be US based. If you have an address that we can get a package to, you bet you can win. We've shipped to Slovakia and Italy and France and I mean all over the world. It's crazy. We've shipped to Russia. So if you've got a physical address, we'll get it to you. So you don't have to be a US-based customer to be a winner chicken dinner. But you do have to be a US-based customer for us to ship you the machine. Now, see it's gone green? That means it's telling me it's hot enough to do something. Unfortunately, we don't have anything in here yet. So, let's start. I am going to begin with the mirror. Now, there's new mirror paper. Oh, so you can see me. There's new mirrored paper that's part of the Craft Perfect line. It is A4 sized. It is thick. It is super thick. It is beautiful. I can't remember how many colors there are. I'll show them to you at the end, but it is absolutely gorgeous. You get 5 sheets per pack. It's $2.99. It is not self-adhesive like my reflections. This is just beautiful mirror paper, but the thickness of it is what it made my heart go, I wonder if that would work. When I saw this a year ago, I'm like, yeah, it's nice, it's mirror paper. But then once these foil plates came out, it was like, that thickness is pretty rock star. So I'm gonna play with it. And I'm going to take a piece of my foil. Now the Go Press and Foil works with just the Go Press and Foil machine. You can't use anybody else's foil in their machine. But the good thing is you get about 15 feet of foil for $2.80. So it's really very inexpensive. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take, I have no idea. Oh, Life is Beautiful, I think is what this one says. And I'm going to bring over my Go Press and Foil machine. Now, this is my, oh, no. Don't start with me now. I heard it going zzz. Okay, we'll see if it stops. So this is a stamp plate, and this is what's going to transfer the foil onto the paper. Flat on one side, raised on the other. You open up your Go Press and Foil, and you need that raised side face up. So you need to be able to see that. You need to be able to feel that, and you can feel the heat coming off of it. Next, I'm just going to close that up for a moment. Next, I'm going to grab a piece of my foil and cut a piece of my foil off. And I'm going to grab my mirror card, and I'm going to put that foil on my mirror card as if it was done. If I peeled it off, what do I want to see? I want to see that gold foil on that blue. So I want to be able to look at it. That way I know what way to put it down. If I put it this way, I would actually end up foiling my plate, because you don't want to see the silver. You don't want to see that beautiful writing in silver. No, no, no. When you peel it off, you want to see that beautiful writing in that gold. So that's how I know this is how I put my foil down. And then I just turn it right over and put it right on top. Now I'm not done yet. Every single machine, whether it be a Sizzix Big Shot machine, a Big Kick machine, a Vagabond machine, an Express machine, a Plus machine, a Platinum machine from Spellbinders, is it a Genesis? Well, I don't know if they do thick dies, but no matter, a Cuttlebug machine, no matter what manual die cutting machine you have or electronic, the shim is going to be slightly different. You're going to need a shim for every machine. Now we use a Big Shot here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and I have found that a piece of 100-pound cardstock folded over twice works beautifully with a Big Shot machine. Just works beautifully. This is my Simply Defined 100-pound white cardstock, and I can just lay that right on top. And now this little light may go, oh no, okay. It's thinking it might want to, I hope not. So that little light may go red because it's trying now to heat everything up, and everything wasn't in there before. The paper wasn't in there before, the foil wasn't in there before, the shim wasn't in there before. So I'm going to give this just a minute for it to have an opportunity to say, do I want to go red and blink and try and go green again, or am I really good to go? And I can feel the heat coming through. And if you're in back east, anywhere back east, where it's 10 below zero, you may just want to pull this out because it makes a really nice hand warmer. Oh, please. Okay, we're gonna hope the camera stays in check. Oh, see, it went red and it's blinking. Now I'm gonna give it another minute to go green. And in the meantime, I'm gonna tell you that the mirror paper, oh, too late, it went green. So I'm gonna bring up my Big Shot machine. That was quick. I'm gonna pull this right on out and detach it. And I don't need to add any extra plates. I don't need to add anything more than what I've got. Nothing from Sizzix on top of it, you're all good. But I am going to take it slowly through. I'm not in a race. Slowly through. And then slowly back. Okay, then I'm going to move my Big Shot machine on over. I don't know why it's not stabilizing, but we'll keep trying until I can get it. Okay, so I'm going to bring this back on over, and I'm going to stick it right back in my Go Press and Foil machine. That way it's constantly heating up. That way the elements are constantly heating up. So while I pull this out, I'm not letting it cool down at all. And I'm just going to let that sit right in there in case I want to use it again. And then I'm going to pull. Okay, that is gorgeous. It is so beautiful on the paper. The paper happens to be the perfect thickness. It just lays in there and it's debossed. And it has this feeling of richness that is, I mean, unbelievable. Look at how gorgeous is that. So let's do that one more time. And let's just pick a different color. How about the pink? And I'm going to cut myself another piece of my foiled paper. I don't know if that's going to be big enough. Oh, by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I want to see the pink when I'm all done. I want to see that pink. So I am just going to make sure that that pink is facing outward. Then I'm going to bring my Go Press and Foil machine over. I'm going to lay it flat down. Now this is non-stick, so if you need to move it around, you don't have to worry, it's not going to melt to it. This is completely non-stick. I'm going to put my double shim right back on top, and I'm going to set it down. Now because I kept this going and I kept it turned on, it is not going to take very long to heat all the way through because I didn't let it cool down and then heat up and then cool down and then heat up. I kept it going the whole time so that I stay green as much as possible. That way there's not a huge long waiting process. Now I'm going to move it over there and I'm going to bring my Big Shot machine right back on up. And slide it on out and send it on through. And again, a key thing about using the Go Press and Foil machine is to not go too fast. You're going to roll slowly and get that beautiful even pressure on the entire plate so that foil has time to transfer and adhere down. So I'm just going slowly. Give yourself a moment. Then I'm going to put my machine over. I'm going to bring this right back on over and click it right back in. That way it's constantly, the heating element is constantly going. Now, will this turn off by itself? Yes, if I let this sit here for 20 minutes, it will turn off by itself. It has an automatic thermostat in it and a timer so that you don't have to worry that if you leave it, you're in trouble. Okay, let's see what we got. It's perfect. It really is perfect every single time. And that has a large to do with the weight of the paper. So this is on mirror paper. And I love it on the mirror paper. But I love it more on the satin paper. I am going to pull over the satin paper and we're going to change plates. Now these tweezers are a little bit odd. They come with the machine and they have a built-in magnet. This plate right now, this is pretty hot. It's pretty hot. You put your hand down there for too long and you'll get a little bit of a nice little impression. But these have a magnet built right into it. And what that allows you to do, instead of trying to grab it, you pick it up this way. And when you're ready to release it, you just open up your tweezers. Pick it up this way. And then the machine comes with a silicone little plate so that you can drop it on there and not burn your table. But of course, if you've got the Simply Refined non-stick, non-slip, see mine does not move. Have you seen it move? Non-stick, non-slip craft mat, it's not going to burn the table anyway. It's not going to burn through this at all. But that's how these nifty little tweezers work. Pretty cool, huh? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in another plate and I'm just going to lay it on in there. And this time I'm going to grab the satin. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? Love, love, love. And I think I'm going to play with maybe with the black. We'll try it with the black and see what happens. So I'm going to put that. See, now it's fine. This is the one I've been using. The Life is Beautiful. Now it's cool and I can put it away and it doesn't take long for them to cool off. I am going to cut myself a piece of this beautiful satin paper. It's the same weight as the mirror paper. Just has a satin finish to it. Grab myself a piece of my foil. Remember, I want to see that black foil. When I peel it off, I want to see that black foil on my satin paper. So I'm going to bring my machine on over. I don't want to say anything, but maybe the camera is going to stay. I don't want to jinx myself, but I think I just jinxed myself. My shim, whether it be a 100-pound double piece of paper or 2 pieces of 80-pound paper or a double shim plus a piece of copy paper stuck in the middle, I don't know. I can't tell you. But I can tell you that the biggest problem with the machine that most people say is that it just doesn't work right. No, the machine works beautifully every time. Once you figure out the shim, the machine stays the same. The machine doesn't change. The variable in all of this is your paper weight that you're using and your die cutting machine. But once you take that hour or 2 with some yucky scrap paper and the free foil that came with it and play, then you get it down and it works beautifully. And that first aha moment when you reveal it to yourself, you just go, oh, truly you will, I promise you. And it looks so professional and so complete and so finished. All right, so it went green. I'm not so sure it's green, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Okay, so I'm going to roll it on through. Slowly. Then I'm going to roll it on back. I'm going to bring my base plate over, put it back in so that I'm constantly heating my element. Oh my gosh, is that fabulous? Love, 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 love. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. The paper is just majestic. It really is just absolutely majestic. And I love it on the red. The red, it's this, I don't even know how to describe the color. How would you describe that color? I don't even quite know how to describe it. It's this deep, rich red with this black undertone to it, but it's magnificent. So let's cut off a piece of the red. And let's try it with the gold. And again, I want to see, now I'm using a lot of foil. You guys can certainly use a whole lot less than I am. I'm being very generous with my foil. So I want to see that gold when I peel it off. So I'm going to bring this on over, open it up, lay this right on down, close it up. Now, eventually you're going to have to replace that shim because all this is paper. And every time I roll it through my Big Shot machine, this paper, even though it's already very thin, is going to compress down. But it's just a piece of 100-pound paper folded in half. So if all of a sudden you're not getting the best result possible, try another shim. Or if you don't want to give up that shim yet, throw a piece of copy paper in the center of it and see if that will help. But of course, every time you roll this through a Big Shot machine or your die cutting machine, any die cutting machine, it's going to slightly compress down. Now this has gone to green. Do we believe it? Do we trust it? Well, let's give it a shot. That's all we can do. Bring my Big Shot back up and roll it through. Now, I love the words from Couture Creations because the words are not teeny, teeny, tiny. They're beautifully sized so that it can make a card all on its own. Sometimes the sentiments are so small that it gets lost. And these are bold and big, and the words are elegant, and the font is pretty. So I was really, really happy with them when I first saw them. I actually think I saw them in Hong Kong when I was in Hong Kong. All right, so let's bring our element back on over. And let's see what we've got. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. On that foil, on the mat, it's just, they're so beautiful. Love, love, love them. This paper is just magnificent. And again, I kind of poo-pooed it the very first time I looked at it. Now, there is a way to get this off and use 100% of your foil. There is a way to get it off. And I did that in an earlier YouTube. But we're going to do something similar to that. Only we're going to play with some of this paper. Now, Tonic Studios has 25 new packages of this pre-embossed, textured, beautiful paper. And to use it, I thought, because we used it beautifully, I mean, it looks like a great background paper. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous on the backgrounds? Beautiful. Easy to use. But I thought, what more could you do with this? What if you didn't always want just the gold roses? Because it comes 5 to a pack and it's all the same color. But what if you didn't just want the gold roses? What if you wanted to do something more with it? This is where having a piece of paper and pencil is going to come in handy, because we're going to change things up a little bit. I'm going to take off my plate, move it right on over, and to do what I'm going to be doing, we're going to be playing with the metal shim, Simply Refined metal shim, and a squishy and a knock knock from Sizzix. Squishy, knock knock. Now, most of you know the squishy and the knock knock to emboss your dies, but that's not what we're going to be doing with it today. Today we're going to be using it with the hot foil, the Go Press and Foil. And the shim that I'm using, this is not a shim to be used to die cut. This shim was specifically developed by Scrapbooking Made Simple to go with your Go Press and Foil machine to do the technique I'm going to show you. So it's got a few different techniques. We used it with metal, just metal stencils, and we're able to transfer, but I want to show you how we're going to play with it with the paper. Now, first thing you need to know is it's the first thing that goes down. You cover up your just entire bottom plate, and this becomes your heating element. It's already getting hot. The next thing I want to look at is my paper. I want to play with this beautiful rose paper. So I'm just going to cut me a piece off. You would cut yourself a much nicer piece, and then I'm going to grab some of the foil. And I'm going to cut myself off a piece of foil. Now, what's most important, well, there's lots of important things about doing this, but one of the most important things is that you cannot use a shim that has embossing from previous uses in it. Can you see? I don't know if I can get the camera to grab it, but can you see that this shim has got, I was using it, so it's been embossed by those words. that I used is imprinted in there. You need to use a brand new, clean piece of 100-pound cardstock folded twice. No words on it whatever, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I want to see that foil on that paper when I peel it off. So I'm going to put it against the really pretty side, and I'm going to lay that right down so that the yucky side is facing me. Yucky side is facing me. So right now all I have is that metal shim down there. Then I'm going to place my 100-pound double shim right on top. And then I'm going to place my squishy, which is a silicone pad by Sizzix. We call it a squishy because it squishes, but it is a silicone pad by Sizzix. And then we're going to use the Knock Knock pad. These two items are usually a pea and a pot. You usually always use them together. And then I'm just going to close it up and I'm going to let it start getting warm. Now you can see that it's not closing all the way. That's okay. When I get ready to put this through my Big Shot machine, I'm going to open the top lid. And I'm not going to use that top lid at all. I'm going to forget that top lid even exists. I'm only going to be using the base with the metal shim, with my foil and my paper and my paper shim, and then the squishy and the Knock Knock. Now it's gone red, so I'm going to give it a minute to let it kind of heat all the way through because it's got a lot to heat through. And again, the metal shim that we have, it's a Simply Refined product, so the only place you're going to get it is here. It was not manufactured to use for die cutting. That's not what it's meant for. For that, you use your precision base plate from Sizzix. This was meant to go with your Go Press and Foil machine to do something like what I'm doing now. So it's gone green. I'm going to move it over to the side. I'm going to bring my Big Shot up. I'm going to pull it right on off. And remember I said I'm going to open this top plate. And I'm just going to send that right through my Big Shot machine. Now I'm going to slowly roll. And this is a one roll, not a front and a back roll. You're just going to roll once. And what's going to happen is that squishy underneath is going to compress down. And it's going to push that paper into that foil and that metal shim. And my squishy's going to get longer and longer. The more I compress down, the longer my squishy's going to get. And it's just a one roll. And that's it. My Big Shot out of the way. Peel it right up off. I'm going to put this right back down because I want it to continue to stay getting warm. Move it right over. And now I've got my paper on the back. And I'm going to pull the paper off the front. I can't tell if you can see it or not. It's gorgeous. It is absolutely magnificent. You have the texture of the paper still there and the design of the paper still there, but that foil hit the high places and made it just gorgeous. Now, will all the papers work doing this? I don't know. You have to try. They have so many different textures. I mean, this truly is magnificent. So it started just like this, and it ended like that. So how many different color foils do you already own that you can now change those roses to have a pink iridescence or a purple iridescence or a blue iridescence? What do you already have? Or you can cover the whole thing. It will, if the pressure is enough, it will actually get rid of all the gold and change it into just a solid sheet of purple foil, but you'll still have the roses left over. I have no idea what's going to happen with this one. All we can do is try, right? So this is another one, and I love the texture of this because it's so guy. Without having to do anything, which means if you don't have an embossing folder, if you don't emboss, if you don't use a die cutting machine, but you've always wanted that embossed look that everybody else has, okay, you don't have to have the Go Press foil, you don't have to have a Sizzix machine. You've got the paper, just the paper alone adds such beauty and texture and richness to your cards or your projects, and you don't even have to do a thing with it. We're just embellishing a little bit. I don't know, what do you think? All we can do is try, right? If it works, great. If it doesn't, well, they've got 25 different pattern papers or embossed papers to try from. Now remember, I want to see this kind of rich coppery look. So I'm going to put that right against my pretty side. Then I'm going to bring my machine on over, open it up, lay it flat down. Now remember, now it has the blue from the extra on the side. That's okay, don't worry about that. It's that you can't have any writing or embossings, any lines in there, because that will transfer. So it doesn't matter that I've got a little blue on there. No worries at all. Put this straight on down. Put this right on top and give it just a second. Oh, that was quick. Well, let's give it just a second more because I don't know that it's really, really real. And then maybe I'll grab this one. Look at this beautiful eyelet. Do you see that beautiful eyelet paper? It's gorgeous. It's yummy. Absolutely yummy. Maybe we give this one a whirl too and see what happens with this one. Because this, that's Rockstar. Okay. Now that says green, so green means go. Let's give it a whirl, see what happens. Oh, open it all. See, even if I tried to, it wouldn't go through. There's just no way it would go through. So I need to open it all the way up, slip that right underneath, and then roll through. And what's the platform? I've got my Go Press and Foil. I've got my Simply Refined Metal Shim. I've got my paper and my foil. I've got my paper shim, and then my squishy and my knock knock. And it's a one roll thing. Oh, there we go. Move this right on down. Again, no clue what it's gonna look like. Ooh. Oh, that's happiness. How yummy is that? Instead of it just being a flat gray embossed piece, now I've taken it and zhuzhed it just a little bit. Oh my goodness. And because of the color I used, it's still so guy related. Oh my goodness gracious. Just a little bit of zhuzh goes such a long way. Now I could take this. I don't know if I have one that's small enough. Okay, I could take this and let's see if the green will come through. I need something that's going to be quite contrasting. Cut that down. Bring this back on over. No, don't you start. Did you hear it goes bzzz, but then it stopped? Bring this back on over. Now I'm not going to need to use my plate, so I'm just going to take my plate right off. I'm going to put my green on top because that's what I want to see. I'm going to lay that right down. I'm just going back to the very first way we started. I'm going to put my double shim in. I'm going to close it up. I'm going to let it get warm and we'll see what happens, because you can emboss or foil on top of foil, on top of foil, on top of foil. You can absolutely foil on top of foil. So you could do this whole background here and then put words in there. You could do one of my frames in one color and then come back and do, oh, see, it's blinking, so it's saying not yet. But you don't have to just do one foil. You can foil on top of foil, on top of foil. Here's that eyelet. Did the eyelet in the green. I was playing with the eyelet earlier. Oh, it says it's good to go. Let's move it on over, bring up our Big Shot machine. Have, again, no clue how this is going to come out. And we're just going to go slow. I wonder if it's going to be too thin. I bet it's going to be too thin, because that paper has now been compressed down. Oh. I'm going to throw my other shim in there. So it's either going to be too much or it may be too much. But let's roll it through one more time and see what happens, because now that this has been pressed so thin, it may need a heavier shim. Oh, it's right on there. It did it. It needed the second shim because this is so flat. But it's on there. Can't say it's my favorite color combination, but you can see that you can foil on top of foil on top of foil. I am just absolutely in love with not only the words, but with how the paper responds from Tonic Studios. Their craft it's craft perfect. And you know, I have to agree. I went and said, poo-poo, yeah, so. But Gary, being the good friend he is, said, oh, we'll just forget that ever happened and we'll just move forward from there. So I've got my Go Press and Foil all the way open. My shim. Now I can tell you that some people tried the Cherry Lynn shim. It did not work. It was not thick enough. This shim has been specifically designed for this machine. My pretty paper with now my foil over the top. Turn it over. Put a clean, put a clean shim against it. Clean shim against it. Squishy. Knock, knock. Close it up. And let's let it go green. And while that's going to go green, I'm going to show you the plates. So again, worldwide exclusive here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. We've got Life is Beautiful, and this is the actual shot size. This is true to size. Life is Beautiful. We have Adventures Are Forever. We've got Thank You. And they all are different prices, depending on the size. You are lovely. All are different prices depending on the size, and we do have an I Want It All collection. You rule. Dreams. Happiness. Thank you for being you. Well, that's so true. Thank you all for being you. You are going to do amazing things. I agree with that too. You all are going to do amazing things because you can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. You just have to get yourself a little cup of patience and some time. As long as you've got that little cup of patience to draw from while you're playing. Remember, it's not the Go Press and Foil that's the variable. It's your die cutting machine that's the variable. You amaze me. Oh, and this one was what? Always and forever. Yes, always and forever. You amaze me. So this one's 3. It has ideas, goals, and plans. And you get 3 plates. And then the best is yet to come. And here's to another amazing year. All brand new. Only place you're going to be able to find them is SMS. Very thankful to have them. I have now gone green over here. So I'm going to bring my Big Shot machine back over. Remember, I'm going to open up my lid. Send my lid on through first. And then slowly do a 1 roll. Why do I only want to do a 1 roll? Because I've got that silicone pad in there. And if I squish it this way, going this way, and then I send it back and I squish it going that way, it's going to make a mess of your design. So it's a 1 roll thing when you're using it with your Go Press and Foil machine. You can see it squishing out the back side. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. This over here. Put that back on in. Open it on up. And peel it on off for that fabulous finished product. Okay, so what have we done today? Well, we did just a very, very basic, just foiling right on beautiful mirror paper. But what makes the paper so fabulous is the weight of the paper. It debosses right into it. It foils beautifully. It transfers like a gem. That's the mirror paper. Then we also played with the yummy, oh, let's show these two because I haven't shown these two. Then we also played with the yummy matte paper. That again is just gorgeous. Just beautiful. Foils equally as lovely, just as easy as can be. And here we've used the embossed paper by Craft Perfect just as background. We didn't do anything to it. But then we got adventurous and we started to play with different embossed, pre-embossed papers and taking the foil and using the foil to change what we have. What we have is lovely and fabulous, and if that's exactly what you want, great. But if you get 5 sheets of this and you're able to transform it into something else, doesn't that make it even better? Because then you have options. Yes, I finally said it. You have options. And isn't that what crafting is all about? Having options in that world of creativity? Being able to take just a piece of foil through your Go Press and Foil machine and then foiling on top of the foil if you want to. Take what you have and expand upon it. Make it more than what you thought it could be. It's only paper. It's okay to try. The rolls are only $2.80. The expense is in the machine. And that's why I told you not to get it last week, but to get it this week because you're going to get 3 free dies with it. And the paper, oh my gosh, look at this. Isn't that lovely? I just want to play with all of it. I do, I just want to play with all of it. So we have played with textures and with patterns and with different mats and mirrors. And I'm going to go through really quickly and just show you that this is the satin. So these are all the satiny colors. And the satiny colors are the ones let's see, look at that, isn't that fabulous? All of these have that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful satin finish to it. I don't know if I can get everything out of my way so I can maybe lay some of this out. So all of these are that beautiful satin finish. Absolutely gorgeous. $2.99 for 5 sheets, and you're going to be getting A4 size, so it's going to be slightly larger than 8.5 by 11, which means you can cut it down. It's getting a little bit of extra for free. So I like the A4 size, and so that's what we did. So we have that. I didn't even start to play with their new glitter paper. Oh my goodness gracious. The glitter paper is equally as lovely. It doesn't flake. No flaking, no coming off everywhere. It is not self-adhesive, but it is a beautiful, beautiful glitter paper. Again, 5 sheets. And I think it's $6.49 for all 5 sheets, and the colors are just yummy. So we've got their new glitter paper. Well, it's not new. I know, Gary, I know, I hear you. You're in my head. Well, it's not really new. You just weren't crazy about it last year, but I'm crazy about it now, so that's all that matters. All their new glitter paper. Then they have the mirror paper that we were playing with. And that's that beautiful blue mirror paper that we were playing with. And again, all the different colors. And there'll be an I Want It All for the mirror paper, for the matte paper, for the glitter paper, or you can just pick the colors that you like. So this will all be online in the YouTube Yummy, all the fabulous colors. All from Craft Perfect and Tonic to go with your new Couture Creations. Go press and foil, stamps, stamp plates. And then this is almost too much to show you. There's so much of it. Ooh, don't lose my camera, Stacey. Oh, my whole table moved. So we've got that beautiful background that we were using in all the cards. And we've got the eyelet. And we've got that grungy, fabulous guy that I took and put the coppery over. And we've got the floral and in pink. And this is gorgeous. If you've got a wedding coming up, how yummy is that? And look at how cute is this. That's a background, all done. All done. And if you don't have an embossing, if you're unable to get a big shot machine or an embossing machine, here you can have embossed paper. You can have that look on your cards. Look at the green. It's kind of an iridescent yellowy green with these dots on it. It's all three-dimensional. It's fab. Oh my goodness. Can you see how the colors change as you swirl it? And then the rich cocos. And look at this one. There's just too many to show you. Look at the cute hearts. Can't you see putting some foil on this and seeing what happens? Look at those darling hearts. There's so many. There's 25 different styles. Yes, there's an I Want It All for it, but I understand if you don't want it all, but you pick the ones that make your heart happy. They're just beautiful. Then we have the metal shim and the squishy and the knock knock from Sizzix. So then I want to show you samples. Let's get to some samples. So Yvette was busy making samples. This is a little stand, little plaque she made for my desk because I've been so sick. That was on my desk when I came back. Done with the mirror paper and the foil. Yvette made that for me. This was foiling on top of their black glitter paper. So you've got black glitter paper, you've got the mirror paper, black glitter, and foil. And that one says happiness. Then you've got that beautiful rose floral pre-embossed paper. Done with the mirror paper on my must-haves ovals. That's a must-haves ovals. And You Are Lovely is the Couture Creations Go Press and Foil stamp plate. You Are Lovely. Pretty card, isn't it? Pretty simple too. Then you've got Adventures Are Forever. Matted on the texture paper. Some 12 by 12 travel paper we had in the store. A piece of the matte paper and the Go Press and Foil stamp plate. Adventures Are Forever. Here's to another amazing year. Can you see what I mean by they take up such a lovely space? So this is just a beautiful piece of paper that we had tinsel paper and added this right across the top, added some bling and a bow. So here's your hot foil, your Go Press and Foil stamp plate. Just on white paper. Simple, easy, done. Then we have another The Best Is Yet to Come, just with basic paper that we pulled from the store. Simple, easy. Mat some paper, roll it through, and you're done. I lost one of her pearls. Oh, sorry, Yvette. Oh, am I going to get this one where it belongs? I don't think I am, and I'm not going to try. So there, I pulled it off. So Dreams. Again, textured paper in the back, mirrored paper in the back. The Go Press and Foil stamp plate, the word Dreams done in the blue. Put this to the side so I can glue it back on for her before she sees it. It'll be back on by the time you see this, Yvette. All done in the mirror. We have a tag. Well, it's a tag card. You Rule. Done on the satin. Yvette used my must-haves to make a card out of my ovals. You Rule. This one's gorgeous, Always and Forever. It used that eyelet paper that I showed you earlier. Always and Forever is the stamp. You've got the matte pink finish behind it. Is that not a gorgeous card? And really all it is paper, with the exception of one hot foil plate, which makes the card. Try to go into Hallmark and buy this card. Holy smokes, artichokes. And then we have one that I showed on Facebook. You are going to do amazing things. Again, you've got the red matte. You've got the white snowfall, I think, or pearl paper, the embossed paper. You've got my must-haves, and then you've got the embossing, or the Go Press and Foil stamp plate. What do you think? All right, so that's it for today. The camera kind of stayed okay